The thing was, Jesus went and told stories in the synagogue and taught people. And usually the people who listened to him, they were very attentive, welcomed him. But the hierarchs out in the church, they didn't like it so much. He was on the verge of being barred from attending any of the churches. So he went outside and he talked to people. On this one occasion, he went out to a beach. And there was a little boat there, and he went off in the boat so that he could talk with all the people who were on the shore. And out the corner of his eye, there was this one man, and he was in this field sowing seed. And he told the people, you know, it's like a sower going out to sow. And they knew exactly what he was talking about because they could see this fellow too. And they knew that in those days, the fields were great big expanses of acre after acre after acre. They were narrow rows. And there were pathways between one row and another row and another row. And they also knew that the soil wasn't all that rich, plain soil that we have here in Ohio. Soil oftentimes had limestone just a couple of inches underneath the surface. Not the ideal soil. So the sower went along and he said, you know, it's just like that. Sometimes the seed falls on the path where it's hard and the birds come along and eat it up. That's good for the birds, but not so good for growing crops. So sometimes the seed falls on rocky ground where it starts growing real quick, but there's no foundation to it, and it dies. Sometimes the seed falls among thorns, and you know, as it grows and develops, it gets choked. He also said, sometimes, just sometimes, the seed falls on really good soil, where it's good and rich and deep. And you know, it takes root, and it's nourished by the ground, and it develops, grows huge. Sometimes gives even 100 grains, even for one seed. It's pretty amazing. Now his point to the people was, it's like the Word of God. You know, or it's like something somebody tells us is really, really important. There's a chance when somebody tells us something that's really important, or when God talks to us, that we're going to be like the path. You know, oh yeah, here it comes. Birds go along, peck, 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 gone. It could be that when we hear that word, that, you know, our mind is really someplace else. And you say, oh boy, I'm glad I heard the word, but it just doesn't develop. And sometimes we hear the word, and, you know, we got so many other things going on in our mind. We got this to worry about and that to worry about, and nothing's ever finished, of course. And so when the seed starts growing and developing, it gets shadowed over by all of our other concerns. But occasionally, you know, maybe 1 in 1,000, just occasionally, we hear something that's really important and we really take it to heart. And it means something to us. And we take it to bed with us. And we sleep on it. And we dream about it. And we get up in the morning and we're excited because we've got this wonderful idea. And we work at it and work at it. It takes a lot of patience. And work at it. And you know, it really grows and develops, even through difficult times. It was a marvelous thing. He said, The secrets of the universe are that way. Think about those tiny little seeds as being an invitation to learn about a secret of the universe. Things people never knew before. Things that you can take to the bank or to your heart, and they change your life. Those are the wonderful secrets. And you know, Jesus outside told people all kinds of stories of that sort because he was wanting for them to learn about the secrets of the kingdom in their hearts, knowing that only occasionally does it take root. Thank you very much. Do I hear amen?